Hello, everyone. My name is Adeniji. Some people know me as Yusuf. But today is not really about me. It's about me sharing something that has been a burden in my heart. This is the birth of something that I've dreamt of, and I've had the go ahead from God over a couple of months, and I just kept on holding back to say, you know what? You do have something to share. Go ahead and do it. So, this is going to be my first podcast of sharing deep and candid things about human beings as a whole, about we as individuals, as a society. And I'm welcoming you all to my first podcast of something I call the um, CTD show, which is the Candid Talk with Dilmi. I hope you enjoy it. Now, let's talk about the definition of insecurity. I'm going to pick a couple of things. So, the first one here is uncertainty or anxiety about oneself. It's all about you. The anxiety lies in you. Lack of confidence is the second. Not being sure of your own ability or what or of whether people like you. So now it's about you have the ability, but you're not sure of it. Am I good enough? Do I have what it takes? Can I succeed? Can I achieve this? Is it worth me doing it? People in front of me have done it. People have more things to say more than I do. So, what do I bring to the table? This is about you not being sure of it. And then it's about your perception about what people feel about you. Really, does that matter? If person A doesn't really like me, does it affect me? Does it make me shorter? Does it make me slimmer? Does it make me less of a woman or less of a human being because person A doesn't like me? So it is all about you. It resides in you. The last one here says the anxiety you experience when you feel vulnerable and insecure. So sometimes insecurity comes from not just because of how you feel, it could be as a result of how you're feeling at the moment. It could be as a result of the situation that you're in at that time, and it makes you vulnerable. And because you're vulnerable, your senses are really alert, you become quite insecure. In all of this, I want us to focus on something. Insecurity stems from you. Okay, let us delve a bit deeper into this. So, why do we feel insecure? Why do human beings feel insecure? Could it be the kind of childhood you had? Could it be that your parents, in the African setting where we come from, you're meant to obey before complain? I come from a military background, so that's a common word for us. You're meant to look down when you're talking to an adult. You don't, have eye contact with an adult. And some of these things have gone on in our lives. And as we have become adults, we have unconsciously become so adapted to it that when you're trying to have a conversation with someone, you have that feeling of, oh, that person is in authority, so I must look down. I can't voice my opinion. I can say what I feel. And then because of that, you begin to feel insecure in your abilities and what God has deposited in you. Could it be a past trauma? Have you gone through a very traumatic experience? I know I don't want to go into deep into so much depth in relation to that, but trauma is a really a hotbed for insecurity. Could it be your recent experience of failure or rejection? Now, I'm going to go a bit personal here and allow myself to be vulnerable. Sometimes last year, stroke 2 years ago, I was waiting earnestly for something. And every single day when I wake up, I go downstairs with this expectation in my heart that, oh, that letter has come through the letterbox. And it doesn't. So 1 month went to 2 months, 2 months to 6 months, and this thing kept happening. I found myself in a very uncomfortable place. I became very vulnerable to my situation. At some point, it allowed me to become insecure in myself, insecure in my abilities. I'm quite a vocal person naturally. Oh, I have words to say. But at that time, I became very uncertain of what to say, how to say it, who to talk to, just because of the temporary failure or the experience or the rejection I was feeling at that point. Could that be you as well? Could it be loneliness? You've gotten to the age where you should get married and you're not married and you feel lonely as a single person. And it's not only down to single people, it could also be in your marriage as well. You could be lonely. Could that insecurity stem from that point? Could it be social anxiety? And what I'm going to say here, I'm going to explain a bit further. It's the social expectation, what the society expects from you. Oh, you're supposed to have achieved this by this so time. You're 30, you should have gotten married. Oh, you're 35, you should have had children that should be this. Oh, you're this, you should have done this. Oh, you're this, you should have had a car, you should have bought a house, you should have, all those things makes you, if you haven't achieved those societal expectation of yourself, and then you begin to feel vulnerable. Could it be negative beliefs about yourself? Could it be perfectionism? Oh, I like to get things done perfectly. And because you're falling short of that, that insecurity comes from there. Do you have a critical parent or a partner? There's some people that all they do is dissect your wrongs. So they look at you with a magnifying glass. It's all you do that is wrong that they see. So you're coming from that point of, oh, I'm not good enough. So that insecurity stems from there. Is this the reason why you feel insecure? We'll go a little bit further. Now we come to the final bit. We have recognized and, defined what insecurity is, and we've seen some of the causes or the reasons why we have insecurities in the first place. So, how do we deal with it? How do we deal with this inner demon? How do we combat it? How do we, overcome insecurities? And one of the first things I've been able to pen down by the leading of the Holy Spirit, and I'm not going biblical here, is, you let go of the past. Things that have happened in the past are in the past for a reason. The past is gone. So you've had that pain, you've had that betrayal in the past, you've had that failure in the past. It is in the past. It is not your present, and neither does it determine your future. Let go. Let go completely of the past. The second one, which is what I really love, and some people tell me, oh, self love is not a good thing. Please. The Bible says, love your neighbor as you love yourself. How can I love my neighbor if I don't know how to love myself first? Self love is critical. Love you. Love the version of you. Love the woman you have become now. Love that man you have grown up to be. Love you and all the flaws that come with you. Accept you. You know what? By the time you love you, the world will come to accept the version of you that you love. The world doesn't have to dictate the version of you that you have to love. In essence, it's the other way around. Love you, accept you, then the world will follow suit. Thirdly, learn, relearn to believe in yourself. So I'm sure when we were all young, children or something, you couldn't tell a child that, oh, you're wrong. They believe so much in themselves. I have two young boys right now, so I know what I'm talking about. Oh, they believe so much in their abilities, no matter what they're doing, even if it's wrong. They'll tell you, oh, yeah, I've done it. You know what? As adults, learn to believe so much in yourself. I'm not saying that you should be head full of yourself and become pompous or something, but no. Trust that one way or the other, something has kept you going. It could be that decision that you've made. Oh, yes, you've made some terrible mistakes in the past. It doesn't mean that you don't have it in you. Believe in you. Because the solution to that problem lies in you, not in the next person. The solution to the world problem maybe lies in someone that believes in themselves, that says, oh, I can bring an end to this scourge. So believe in you. Embrace wholeheartedly non-comparison. I don't know if you have been a follower of my WhatsApp story. I said something sometime. I said, godliness with contentment is great gain. You know, the time you realize that what I have now is what I have because I have this, or because person A has this and I don't have this, doesn't make me less of a person. Embrace it wholeheartedly. Non comparison. Don't compare your talent. Don't compare your beauty. I know we women, you know how we come about. Don't compare, oh, she's more shapely than I am. Oh, he appears to be driving a better car than I am. They live in a better house than I am doing. Trust me, the best for you at the moment is what you have. But you know what? Your present doesn't determine your future because you don't have so much now. If you believe in yourself and believe in the process, your future will be better. So embrace it wholeheartedly, non comparison. And you know what? Finally, trust. Trust you. Trust God. Trust the growth process. Trust that your today might be rough, but your tomorrow will be better. Trust that growth comes gradually. Trust that in the next 1 or 2 years, I will look back at that pain and say, wow, how did I come through that? I can say that today. I don't go downstairs expecting that letter anymore because that phase in my life has gone and it is over. I'm looking forward to the future. I'm looking forward with so much optimism that the future and my tomorrow will be better. And that's why I'm saying today to every one of you, insecurity is a thief. It robs you of what you have in stock. It robs you of your destiny. It robs you of your future. Fight it and become that giant and become that champion that you are meant to be. I hope today blesses you. And I hope that you stay tuned and share this with as many as you can. And so that we can fight this inner demon called insecurity. Stay blessed and stay safe.